Good morning, Year 4. It's Thursday, and this is my hints and tips video for week 4, lesson 4, line graphs. Okay, make sure you've got a sharp pencil and ruler to do today's work. It's not going to be so much necessary to do on the whiteboard. We're just going to have a look at a few of the questions. Okay, so make sure you, when you do the work, that you use a sharp pencil to draw the line graphs. Okay, so this is question 1. All right, so we're always going to start by reading the question, reading the information. The line graph shows the growth of a tree. Here you've got the height in meters, and here you've got the number of years the tree has been growing. Okay, so the first ones I'm just going to kind of like let you work out for yourselves. They're quite straightforwards. I think the first interesting question, as far as I'm concerned, is this one, part C. What happened in year 3? What might have caused this? Okay, so if we look at the line graph, you can see the line graph was following kind of like a pattern, and then there's this exponential huge amount of growth and change. So there are two possible reasons that could have occurred. Okay, so I thought I'd have a look in the answers to see what they gave, and they didn't actually give a reason at all. All right, so the first thing that I could think that possibly could have happened is the person measuring the tree made a mistake, okay, in the measurement, and actually measured it taller than it was. The second one is that the tree did grow exponentially, but then was sort of trimmed down in year 4. Okay, so you're gonna kind of like make your own decision. Maybe you can come up with another reason yourself, but there is no sort of necessarily correct answer for that, because we don't know exactly what will happen. Yeah, and D, we should be fine. Okay, just read what it says. That'll be the only thing that will catch you out, is if you don't read what it says. Okay, here is question 2. This line graph shows the number of points scored over 35 games. Okay, so there's the points scored overall, and look, the scale is going up in tens. Okay, and here we've got the number of games played. Okay, so it says use the line graph to complete the table. So we can see 0 games, 5 games have started to show you the pattern of what you need to do. Okay, and then you need to read off. So if we're doing the next one, okay, so the games, we would be looking at 10 games played. All right, and if I'm looking at how many points they scored in 5 games, I would come to there and come across and see that we've got 20 points. Okay, and then when you've done that, you will be able to read and answer the questions. So just go through. You can either use the table or the graph. Okay, whichever you find easiest, because they both show the same information, the same data. Okay. And question number 3. Okay, so the line graph shows the temperatures in Miami and Cairo over 8 days. I think probably what we'll say is like the sort of average of the temperatures, okay, in those days. So we can see, look, we can see that the temperature scale is going up in 4s. Okay, that's important because sometimes the temperatures fall between the two numbers. Okay, so this one, on what day was the temperature the same in both cities? Okay, so it's got to cross, if we're coming up, the crosses have to be in the same place for that day. Okay, so if we just look all the way across the graph, there was only one day when the temperature was the same, so the cross is in the same place. Okay. What is the difference in temperature between the hottest days in both cities? Okay, so we calculate the difference by subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number. Okay, you'll be able to do that. Don't be kind of like afraid, if you want to write the value, okay, because we can see the hottest where the line graph peaks. Okay, so we can see the hottest 2. Don't be afraid to actually write that value if it helps you, here and here. Okay, alright, so then you can work out the difference between the two values. Okay, and then you will just need to work your way through the other questions. And finally it says use the clues to complete the line graph. Okay, so let's have a look. You have the money in bank in the pounds. It's going up in £500. Okay, and we have the months of the year, and we've got all of these clues. Okay, so we don't like doing this, but we're going to read them. In February, there was £2,800 in the bank, which was the largest overall amount. So we can work out where 2,800, remember this was February, okay, so 2,800, all right, so we're going to put on 2,800, so we've got 2,500, 600, 700, 800. Okay, so that's where your cost for February can go. Alright, May had the lowest amount. Well, I don't have enough information because I don't know how low that was. In March, there was half the money of February. Okay, so we're looking for half of what was there. You can do that. In January, there was £200 more than March. Well, we should have calculated what March was. So in January, there is £200 more. So that will be the starting point of our line graph. The total of March and April combined was £2,600. Okay, So you should have known the amount that was in March. You've calculated the amount in March, and you know the total of March and April. So if you subtract March from 2,600, the difference will be what that was in April. Oh, challenging. The lowest amount was £2,400 less than the highest amount. Okay, well, we've already been told what the largest amount was. So the lowest amount is £2,400 less. And we know that May had the lowest amount. Okay, doing really well. In July and April there was the same amount of money. And June is the same as the amount in February, subtract the amount in March, subtract the amount in May. Okay, so by using all of the clues, you should have been able to put crosses on your line graph. Okay, and then you can join your line. All right, quick video today. Have fun, work hard.